So we need to talk about something uncomfortable, and let me hit you with the part they don't want you to focus on right now. In just a handful of days, America has managed to do something that should be impossible for a country that spends around $1 trillion a year on defense. We're already talking about running out of weapons against Iran. Not eventually, not, hey, if this turns into a long war. We're talking about right now, the kind of shortage that forces the White House to drag the CEOs of the biggest missile companies on Earth into a room and basically say, hey, stop everything you're doing right now. We need more, and we need more yesterday. Reports right now that the administration is meeting with top defense contractors at the White House, specifically because strikes on Iran are diminishing U.S. stockpiles tremendously, especially long-range munitions like Tomahawk missiles.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 20th, it's March, it's 2026, and I was going to wait till tomorrow to do this video, but I can't. It's just driving me crazy. It finally dawned on me. I had to go back in my old videos. I've got somebody, Anna, and she lives in Ireland, and she runs the YouTube channel called Richie from Boston fan page. I don't, she does. And when all my channels were taken away, that was the only RFB content you were going to get, unless you went on BitChute, Rumble, or Richie from Boston TV, which I don't upload to anymore. I told everybody stop paying because it actually costs me money every month to keep that website up. That's dumb. I ain't doing that. But I went out into the woods to think for a few minutes.
What's going on? All right.
And after that happened, I'm like, dude, it's 7 o'clock Central Time, I believe. I got to do this video. So I'm doing this video. So here we go.
Long-range munitions like Tomahawk missiles. Think about that. And of course, interceptor missiles, which are being exhausted by Iranian attacks. Of course, you won't see this in the mainstream media. For whatever reason, the mainstream media is ignoring this. There is a blackout, and even CNN yesterday admitting that the Israeli government has told them that they are not allowed to show incoming rocket attacks. Aaron Burnett on live television admitting that.
Go up there. We're not showing you that because we're not going to show, the Israeli government does not allow us or want us to show where that may have come up, that interceptor.
So all that to say, the most powerful military machine in human history is not calling a meeting because it's winning too hard. We just love winning. It's calling a meeting right now because the shelves are getting bare.
Our country spends $1 trillion a year on defense. $1 trillion a year on defense since 9/11. It's gone exponentially through the roof, no holds bars. Every politician is related to, invested in some sort of a military defense contract one way or the other. These guys have been stealing money from us since 9/11. That's what the point of 9/11 was. It was to get the entire ball rolling to Agenda 2030 or the Great Reset, where you'll own nothing and be happy. Well, this is how they're doing it. This is exactly how they're doing it. And I got to tell you something. This goes back a long, long, long way, because if we wanted to take out Iran because Iran actually did something wrong, we could. We could definitely do that. Between America and Israel, We could have fomented a plan. We could have secured the Straits of Hormuz. Like I said last night, we would take Delta Force, Unit 8200, Green Berets, Army Rangers, and Recon Marines, and we would have gone into Straits of Hormuz surreptitiously and secured the entire place so they couldn't do what they're doing right now, but we didn't. We're just bombing them without troops even being ready to go. Remember in Iraq the first time around? I do. I signed up for it. We massed 500,000 troops we massed at the border of Saudi Arabia and Kuwait waiting to go into Iraq. We got the troops ready. We got the people there. This one? Nah, we don't do that. Meanwhile, Iran is picking off $110 million jets that are stealth. They're not supposed to be able to be detected, and they're picking one off. They did that even after being pounded for 17, 18, 19 days in a row. They're shooting really good missiles, the real ones now, at Israel and every American installation in every single country adjoining Iran. Any place we can launch from, Iran's bombing them. And all those countries are like, hey, America, remember when we said you could put a base here because you would protect us? What the actual F is going on? Do you see what I'm saying? We're actually becoming weak. We're running out of munitions. We make those here in America. We make, 90 Tomahawks a year, and they want that to ramp up to 1,000. Do you know how long that's going to take? It's not going to happen in the snap of a finger. And then it dawned on me. This is crazy. I've gone over this. I've made videos on this ad nauseum, but I'm going to bring it up right now because it's happening. This is happening right this exact second. So much is going on right now, and people don't seem to get it. They're still doing Little League practice, and they're going to work, and they're complaining about prices. This is going to get utterly insane really quick. This is what's going on right now. Remember this old chestnut, the Albert Pike letter to Mazzini, the Illuminati plan for 3 world wars, August 15th, 1871? Well, somebody do the math. How long ago was August 15th, 1871 from the day we started liberating Iran? The First World War and the Second World War already happened, but here's the Third World War. First World War, notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 sentences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sentences. The Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agenda of the Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economical exhaustion. We shall unleash the nihilist and the atheist, and we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm which in all its horrors will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism, origin of savagery, and one of the most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere the citizens, obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries, will exterminate those destroyers of civilizations and the multitude, disillusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirit will from that moment be without compass or direction. Anxious for an ideal, but without knowing where to render its adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally out into the public view. And I'll leave links for the rest of it, so you can watch the rest of this all you want or read the rest of it, but that right there explains absolutely everything, because that's what's happening. We're already exhausting or making America incredibly weak. Everyone's going to turn their back on us because we were supposed to protect certain countries where we had our military bases in. And instead, Iran is just systematically picking them off. That shouldn't be happening. But like I told you originally, Iran locked down. So Iran is in on it. They're all in on it. You see what I'm saying? The only ones that aren't in on it are the MAGA people and people that you and I know that just won't wake up at all. And to back that up, remember that this just occurred, the National Park Service to restore and reinstall the Albert Pike statue. You know Albert Pike, the one that wrote this? Yeah, that's a weird thing, isn't it? Yeah, that was released on the 25th of 2025, August 4th. I'm tired and I just took a massive crash in my mountain bike, so I'm doing what I can, but I had to put this out. Maybe I'm going to die while I'm sleeping tonight. I don't know. But yeah, this is back in place again. This is from the National Park Service, and this was a priority. Out of everything that needed to be done, this needed to be reinstalled for all the world to see. So for years and years and years and years, so many of us have been making videos exposing all of this stuff to the point where it became everybody's waiting, but nothing ever happens. But things did happen constantly. When I was a kid, there wasn't mass shootings, okay? Kids want to do that now just so they'll become famous. It's a thing. We didn't have genetically modified food. We didn't have AI that we knew of coming up. Remember, 1968, Israel, the state of Israel, started openly doing AI, and the project's name was Golem, okay? So it's been around a long time. Don't get confused. And people are seeing lights in the sky, and they're hearing, they're seeing lights in the sky. NASA's like, comets, but these comets are actually causing massive sonic booms and shaking the ground. I firmly, completely, and totally believe those are angels and demons doing what they must do. These people spend all their time conjuring, using the latest technology, otherworldly technology that we've never heard or seen of before. And they've actually even switched up, saying that aliens aren't going to be from outer space. They've always been here. They're interdimensional. I've been telling you that since day one. It's funny how the news is just catching up now. You know what I'm saying? And I learned all this from others that were before me. And it's sad watching people that have platforms talking about nonsense. Whatever gets the most views, whatever's trending is the topics that they talk about. You know what I'm saying? I see guys using the Illuminati card deck. Look at this Illuminati card. I own it. I have it. I bought it. Half the cards they're showing are internet. They're not part of the card games. But on that I digress. Whatever. Understand that we're intentionally losing. We're intentionally embarrassing our country. This is all part of the plan. We're watching this come to light because we're publicly letting people know that we're running out of weapons. Cool. Think other countries that want to put it on us, because China has the same military we do, verbatim, but bigger. And here's the thing. Our military, our country, we have all sorts of disagreements because someone's black, someone's white, somebody's this, somebody's that. China, they don't have that. You know why? Because their entire country is Chinese. These people are uniformed, they're highly motivated, and they have been watching, and Trump is putting on a masterclass at exactly what not to do while he's using up all your ammo. Do you see what I'm saying? Does it make sense now? Get ready in every way you possibly can. Remember the video I put up the other day? I'll actually post it right now. When the power goes out, or when you don't have the internet anymore because you're not allowed to use it or whatever, download these and save these to your device, your iPad, your MacBook, whatever. Because even when there's no internet, you can still use this as a tool. So remember that.
So what you do is you go up to your search engine. I use either Firefox or DuckDuckGo. And up here, type in, up in DuckDuckGo, or whatever you use, 4K downloader. Hit enter. Come on, dude. There we go. Hit enter. And this is their website right here. You click on this. It's completely legit. I've been using this for years. You hit the free download button. Put in your email. And then download it. Once you have it downloaded, it looks like this right here. So then all you have to do, you find an important video that you may want to refer to once the internet is taken down. Like, I don't know, this one by this guy, Jailbreak Overlander, Surviving the Winter Outside. You simply open 4K downloader, highlight the link, paste the link, download the video, or you can download the entire playlist to your hard drive. Download the video, hit video, and what resolution you want it in. Videos like this, for reference, put them in 720 because it takes up less space. You know what I mean? And simply hit download, and there you go. That's it. Boom. That's one thing, so that if the electricity goes out or the internet goes out, which it will, it'll become incredibly limited, or you won't be able to find channels like mine or anybody else that's actually telling the actual truth. Not the kind of truth, the somewhat truth, a little bit of truth, but won't say Israel, things like that. And then you'll have it just like that. Bing, bang, boom. Go over to your videos, click on videos, and what was the name of that? Surviving. It'll be down here someplace. Where is it? Right there. Boom. And you got it. How easy is that? And it's completely free.
And here's something else that I was sent this morning about Professor Jiang. And this is on Substack. I'll leave a link for it below, I guess. I'll try. But, yeah, he's not who you think he is whatsoever at all. I kind of thought that. You know what I mean? Everyone keeps passing this man around like he fell from heaven with a whiteboard and a war map. If you recall, when I first put him up, I said, I don't trust this dude, but his information's good. So let's check the timeline. First, the branding. Sounds like some tenured grandmaster of geopolitics. Reality, publicly appears as a Yale graduate with a BA, not a PhD, not a Yale professor, just a lot of aura doing heavy lifting. His degree, English literature, not intelligence, not military strategy, not international strategy. Yet now he's sold to the masses like a geopolitical prophet. Amazing what Skull and Bones can do. Now for the fun part. In 2002, while working on a U.S. public broadcasting assignment, he was detained by Chinese police, suspected of spying, then deported from China. But somehow, a few years later, he's back. He's not just back, but back inside elite Chinese institutions. Deputy Principal of Shenzhen Middle School, Program Director, Peking University High School International Division, role at a Tsinghua affiliated high school, later teaching in Beijing again. So yeah, that funny feeling I had about him, it is what it is. I couldn't understand how a Chinese national was somehow putting out the exact same videos as I was, allegedly exposing Skull and Bones, the New World Order, etc., and he just popped up out of nowhere. So you got to be careful who you're watching and who you're listening to, period. You know what I mean? I knew there was a reason he popped up out of nowhere and just suddenly went viral constantly, because he was saying what I was saying, except he was claiming to be a professor, and I'm not. I'm just an asshole with a laptop. At any rate, Richie from Boston, I got to go see how bad I'm dinged up, because I'm dinged up pretty bad. What are you going to do? You know, sit in a chair, wait to get old and die, or keep moving. Keep moving and moving and moving. That's what I'm going to do till they put a bullet through my face. Richie from Boston. One more thing. This video is from a woman in India, and she always watches my videos. She opened the eyes, and she's having a really bad time with life, okay? And she's married, she has children, but she's having a lot of serious issues, and people need to pray for this girl and her family and her husband, because she's having a really rough go of it. And I'm not asking her permission. It's too late. I'm just going to post this because I don't want to forget. At any rate, Jasmine, we're all praying for you. So all that to say this isn't Iran, this isn't Afghanistan, this isn't sanctions against another country. This is the United States attacking another country out of the blue for no reason, and then publicly telling everybody we're running out of weapons. They're locking the door before they burn the house down, and we're in the house. You need to understand this. This is not a regular video. This is not... The last 5 videos, if you haven't watched them, watch them. Trump didn't sell out. Trump is a part of them. okay? The Mossad married into his family. Jared Kushner is a Mossad agent. This is all being done by design. America and Israel need to be destroyed at our dime, at our cost, at our expense. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. Richie from Boston. And I'm out.